Hello there, what is going on everyone? Today we are back with another Marvel Crisis Protocol unboxing. We're going to be looking at Iceman and Shadowcat from the X-Men, and with all the popularity of the X-Men lately, this is a really cool time to for me to kind of dip my toes back into Marvel Crisis Protocol, especially with the X-Men. And these are two really cool ones, especially Iceman. Like I love that, the way they have him set up there. Very, very cool stuff. If you guys are new here to the channel, I do usually talk a lot more about Star Wars and science fiction, but I also do a lot of just tabletop gaming in general. So we're definitely going to have a good time today. I'd love to have you guys stick around. Click that subscribe button. We're doing a $25 Amazon gift card giveaway pretty much all the time right now. We just announced the winner to the last one last week, and we're doing another one now. So this will run for about 2 weeks. So just if you want to enter to win that, you just become a subscriber. If you're already a subscriber, you're halfway there, and then leave a comment on this or one of my videos. Also, big thanks to Atomic Mass Games for sending this out for review. And they sent me a couple of MCP expansions lately, and we're kind of dipping our toes back into MCP. We've got a lot of stuff in this box. We've got our plastic here. We will be looking at that. We've got our credits page here. Your instructions are going to be right there in that QR code. I have seen some people ask lately for me to post like how to put everything together. One of the reasons I don't do that is because they already have done that for you. If you go to atomicmassgames.com, they have instructions for everything on how it goes together there. For sometimes when I get something early before it's released, don't worry that much because, well, frankly, when you get it, the instructions are going to be online. But yeah, so it's actually kind of hard for me because I don't have the instructions when it's something that's pre-released. Now, this is something that's already out, so the instructions for this are already live. But for stuff that is not yet released, I kind of just have to figure them out. I could, and granted, I've been putting miniatures together for a while now, so it's usually not particularly hard for me to figure stuff out. But there's always the chance that I put it together wrong or whatever. So that's why I'm not putting myself out there as the authority to do that. Plus, it's hard because I'm like trying to figure it out. Like for something like this. This is what Shadowcat here. I would just be like, okay, well. This is her torso, front and back. These are legs, left and right, looks like. And I just dry fit them in there. If they fit good, then go ahead and put some glue on and have the body start to come together. She's got a lot of extra basing pieces. And so then I'll be like looking at that and figuring it out little by little. A lot of dry fitting. And this looks like arms. So it looks, most models are torso, front and back, left and right leg, and left and right arm. And then you find the head in there somewhere. I think she's got a face. There she is, right there. So that's generally how I do it. I start the leg bone's connected to the hip bone. The hip bone's connected to the thigh bone. We got Iceman, right? Torso, front and back, arm, leg. Dry fit them in first. Make sure they work. Head, right there. Looks like hands maybe, or hand effects, and then base effect. Sometimes with the bases it's hard, but that's why they have the instructions online, so you just go and check those out. Let's take a look at these cards. All right, so we do have all our foreign language cards as well that are going to come with one, and it's pretty funny. You've got, we've got Hombre de Hilo in there, pretty cool stuff. I think it's funny that the French version calls him Iceberg instead of Iceman. Like that's awesome. Anyway, so let's take a look at Iceman. He's a 4.33, 5.32 medium. So, and he's on that larger base, so he's actually going to be pretty fast. He's got Freezing Blast, which is a beam builder, but he only gains him 1. So, but if he can get multiple people, he can still build multiple after each attack is resolved. So he gains 1. So that's kind of cool. I like that. And he's got Chill, which has Stagger. He's got Freeze and Fade. Costs 2. He can immediately make an attack followed by a move. This character counts as size 5 during this move action. The superpower can be used only once per turn. I don't know why he needs to count as size 5 during the move, but I'm sure that's there to future-proof it or something, or I don't know. During the character's activation, when he begins a move action within 2 of another allied character, size 2 or less, he can use this superpower. After this move action is resolved, he place him within 2 of his current position. Superpower can only be used once per turn. So a lot of movement there. And of course, stagger on the chill is going to be really nice with him. And he's got Cold Snap. When an enemy character ends a move action within 2 of him, he gains the slow special condition. If the enemy character already has slow, they suffer a damage instead. And then we have our wounded side when Iceman starts to melt. There we go. All right, now let's look at Kitty Pryde. And she's got her little dragon too. I forget the dragon's name. That's awesome though. Oh, Lockheed. Yeah, there it is. That's right there. Okay. Okay, so she's 3/3/3, 5/3/2, and long movement. She's got a phasing strike, which is 0 cost builder. They don't add exploding dice to their defense rolls, whoever's defending, and they can't add additional dice as a result. Oh, okay, cool. Wow, it makes all the explodes really bad for them. And then she's got sidestep, and then she can kind of move. So that's actually a really nice free attack. I kind of dig it. And she's got Get 'em Lockheed, which is also a free 0 point. She's going to gain 1, but it's got Incinerate, so that's kind of cool. She's got an Intangible Assault, 3 power for a 7 die attack. It also has Ghosted, and it also has the bad explodies on them. So nasty. She got Phase Rush, where she gets to kind of teleport a little bit. Got some movement help. And then you can't touch this, which is 2. When her or an allied character within 2 are hit by a energy or melee attack or physical attack, or would make a dodge roll, they can use this superpower. So she can help somebody near her instead of just her, which I like that. She can be really good to put next to a tank or something like that. Yeah, they add 2 to their dodge roll. If they're pushed or thrown by the rules of the attack, after it's resolved, you can place the pushed or thrown character within 1 of itself. So you get a little bit of resistance to being pushed and pulled. And then she also has stealth. Honestly, she seems awesome. Really good support kind of character. And then here she is on her other side. We've got some cards. We've got this Faithful Companion here, which has got the Guardian Dragon, 5 die Incinerate. When Shadowcat or magic is dealt damage by an enemy attack or superpower after the effect is resolved, she can play this card. The character that played this card immediately makes the attack shown above using towards the enemy character. That it's basically a counterattack, which is pretty nice. It ignores range and line of sight as well, which is also really cool. Got Hold Still. Shadowcat can spend 3 to play this card. Choose an enemy character within 3 of Shadowcat and place her within 1 of the chosen character. She makes the attack shown above, targeting the chosen character. It's a 6 die attack, only distance 1, but of course she's placing herself there. You really want wilds here. It's got nerve damage. It makes them drop their objective tokens, which is awesome, and then is shielded. After it's resolved, place the target character within 1 of this, or shifted, not shielded. I can read, I promise. Untapped potential, Emma Frost. You can have Iceman. They can basically share, power, which is cool, adds 1 to Iceman's attacks. And Iceman may also use superpowers on his stat card any number of times, even if they say they can only be used once. Very cool. I don't know if I have Emma Frost. I have to go see. I have a lot of Marvel Crisis Protocol characters. I gotta pull them out and do like a whole lineup. That'd be kind of fun. All right, Xavier's Dream. This is a really cool card. This is awesome. Basically, when an allied character would suffer damage, any number of allied characters may each spend 1 to play this card. For each power spent, you reduce the damage they would suffer by 1. So this is just a way to basically nullify an attack if everybody's got a little bit of power. Range doesn't matter. They actually don't even have to be X-Men. Your team just has to be X-Men. So you can have some outsiders in there too, and doing great stuff. I love it. This one would actually work really well if you wanted to do like Magneto leading the X-Men. Which would be maybe not leading, because you wouldn't have the leadership ability with them. But if you want to have Magneto on your X-Men team, that'd be a cool one for that. I think. I don't know. Pretty cool stuff. Let's put these minis together. All right, so we've got these two put together right now. Here's Kitty and Lockheed, kind of warping through a Sentinel arm. It looks like this is actually pretty cool though, because there's you can see her foot coming through on the other side, and if you look really closely
On the back side of his hand, you can see fingertips kind of coming through the back of the index finger right there, right around the knuckle, which I thought was a really cool little detail. So if you're getting ready to put her together in paint, make sure you don't miss that part. Only thing that was weird with this one is that the bottom of the terrain piece was a little bit lower, so it didn't sit perfectly flush on the base here. I can fix that up with some whether green stuff or some basing material or whatever. But I'm not really that worried about it. I'll just treat it like rubble, like rocks that are sitting on top of the ground. I think once the paint's on it, it's going to look just fine. So, but pretty cool pose. A lot of terrain piece to put together. I usually like when characters are kind of just standing still, but with this character, I think it was maybe not standing still, but just kind of standing without all the extra basing stuff. But here was a great example of a way to show, like, how are you going to show a character that can phase without actually having them phase through something. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then we've got Bobby Drake, Mr. Iceman, or Iceberg, as they like to call him en français. But no, he looks great. Again, a lot of big basing stuff here, but I mean, he's known for that. My first exposure to Iceman was in the 1980s on the cartoon Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. And he basically was on that show just so he could surf around on ice like the whole time. He was kind of Silver Surfer to me before Silver Surfer was Silver Surfer. Speaking of Silver Surfer, where in the heck is Silver Surfer in Marvel Crisis Protocol? I'm sure he's coming someday, but that thought just occurred to me because this kind of looks like a surfboard almost. And I'm like, wow, it'll be the most boring character ever to paint for most of us who can't do non-metal metal. But I'm sure it's going to be that opportunity of, like, practice on all the extra bases first and try and do your non-metal metal there and then finally attempt Silver Surfer, right? But no, this guy's going to be super fun to paint. I'm thinking I'm going to prime him and base him in like a dark blue and then do like a medium semi-lighter blue over the top and then dry brush a very, very, very thin white over top of all of that. And then might just stop right there. See how it goes. All right, that is our look at the Iceman and Shadowcat character pack for Marvel Crisis Protocol. This is a great addition to your X-Men roster, or if you're looking for any kind of themed cold or phasing. I mean, I think Shadowcat's a great support character, while Iceman is cool. I like his beam attack. But I think he's got the better miniature. I think she's got maybe the better support mechanics. So, you're getting a little bit of two different things in this pack. So you're getting the cool stuff and a couple extra bases like you always get. So very cool stuff. I will talk to you guys later. Again, big thanks to Atomic Mass Games for sending this out for review. If you're interested in Marvel Crisis Protocol and you're interested in picking up the Iceman and Shadowcat character pack, I'll put a link in the video description where you can check those out. That's going to do it for today. I want to thank my patrons. You guys are amazing, and thank each and every one of you guys watching that tune in, especially when I talk about like a variety of different games. I love to keep the variety going. Don't worry, I'm not giving up Star Wars. We'll be doing lots more Star Wars and lots of other miniatures, tabletop gaming content. Let's go ahead and roll the credits. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and may the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. So say we all, and always wash your socks.